Hi guys, this is Jessica with RCO Pet Care. I am the founder, pack leader, and owner of the business. I'm here with Peanut, and we are here to talk about, one of the most talked about things right now, which is the puppy born with the one ear that makes it look like a unicorn. Her name's Ray, and she's really cute. Just kidding, obviously. I wanted to talk about the coronavirus a little bit. There's a lot of information going around, and I wanted to specifically talk about how it affects pets, or how rather it doesn't affect pets, to get rid of some of the information that's floating around that isn't true, as well as how it's affecting our services, how we can still help, and just to answer some of the questions that I've been getting. So to start with, the first thing is the World Health Organization has determined that dogs and cats cannot get the coronavirus, COVID-19. They can get other types of coronaviruses. That coronavirus typically does affect animals, but not the COVID-19. There are talk, I think, in Hong Kong of the dogs that were, or the dog that was quarantined because they were able to, swab it off its nostrils. However, the dogs are picking it up from the environment. So, your dog can't get affected by it. It can't give you the disease. But if, you're walking your dog and someone comes over and is like, hey, can I pet your dog? And they sneeze all over it. And then you go home and you kiss said dog. You can get it that way. So same thing that, the whole country is trying to practice right now. Keep your distance from people, but also you don't want the germs getting on your dog, even though the dog or your cat can't actually get the disease. So someone very cleverly in a quote or in a tweet yesterday said, the World Health Organization has determined that dogs and cats cannot get it, and dogs that are in quarantine can be released. And WHO, indeed let the dogs out. So that was pretty funny. As far as how it is affecting our services, we're operating as normal as best as we can. All of our sitters are healthy. If they aren't healthy, if they feel remotely ill, they are not allowed to come to work. They cannot go into people's homes. If they traveled, which none of them have, but if they were traveling, they would be under a business quarantine. This is not the case. So if you still have a trip, I don't know where you're going, where you still have a trip, but if you have a trip, we can continue services as normal. For daily dog walking clients, if you're still going to work, we are happy to continue. We're just happy to continue coming in when you're not home. If you are home, if you are if you're not ill, if nobody in your family has traveled and your business is just having you work remotely, we are still happy to come in. I put a blog post up about this the other day. I'm obviously a business owner. I have 4 rescues of my own, ranging from an 8-month-old puppy to 11-year-old Peanut. And while it's fun, it can be a little chaotic to have them all running around. In the blog, I made 2 references, which I think are perfect. When you work in an office and you're on the phone with a client making a sale or doing whatever you do, your coworker doesn't run by with your good dress shoe in their mouth and you're like, oh, hold on, I'll be right back, and have to go chase said coworker down. Or Miss Peanut here. Miss Peanut is fully house trained but is a bit spiteful, and if I work on a spreadsheet or a website or something just a little too long, this dog will look me in the eye and pee on the floor. Now, if your coworker has ever looked you in the eye and peed on the floor because your phone call took too long, first of all, I want to hear about it because that's hysterical. And 2, ew. So, we are happy to work with you as far as when your dog walk occurs, to get them out of the house when you're on that teleconference or whatever may be going on. We are taking precautions, so sitters have been instructed to wash their hands at the beginning, at the end of every visit. Hand sanitizer is hard to come by right now, but if they have it, they are being encouraged to use it in between visits as well. I was actually at Pet Value today, and normally stocking up in case we can't leave for a while. And normally it's, donate a couple dollars and get a bandana. Today it was donate $3 and get a bottle of hand sanitizer, which I thought was hysterical. Anyway, if you have Lysol wipes or Lysol spray at this time and you want us to use it while we're in the home, feel free to leave it out. We are willing to work with you to keep everybody healthy. If you are sick, if you think you've been exposed, obviously let us know so we can cancel services, but because we can't risk spreading this to sitters and to the people that you and we care about. So cancellation fees have obviously been waived at this point. I've had a lot of questions, but this is not the time, I have a policy for this under normal circumstances, but the business also has a compassion policy. This is completely under everyone, not anyone's control, and we need to be able to understand that. So if you have a service coming up, even if it's tomorrow and you're planning on taking your vacation and last minute there's a travel ban, we get it. There is no fee. Please don't worry about it. Same thing with dog walking. If your boss tells you on Monday or late tomorrow night you can't go to work, let us know and we will work with you on that. Hi Lauren. Cancellation fees we talked about, and then resources. So I'm doing my best to compile a bunch of resources for you, and I sent out an email which I'll link to in the comments below last week about, again, what coronavirus is, or earlier this week. And a lot of the things that I just said, as well as some links that will help you understand. This is also a really good time to practice like emergency planning. Not that hopefully we'll be in a state of emergency for long, but if for some reason we're stuck somewhere for 2 weeks, whether you think you've been exposed or the state makes us all do it. I'm going to post some resources below. One is regarding a pet emergency kit. And this is what you can do to prepare for a disaster. And in this case, you kind of need some of the same things. That would be gathering your vet records. That would be gathering 2 weeks worth of food, medications, just to prepare, if we can't leave, if non-essential businesses aren't open. I'm also going to post in the comments a link to our blog that lists emergency vets. We've never been in a situation like this, and I'm not sure how normal vets, like your regular weekday vet, and emergency vets are going to function. But it's definitely important to have someone on call, or to have somebody that you can get to if there's an emergency. From experience, dogs and cats do the stupidest things at the worst times, and you don't want to be stuck without somebody to call. Let me know. And then I've had a lot of people too ask me how they can help us. They're very concerned about, lost connection there. There's a lot of concern about what this is going to do to small businesses. I mean, that includes us, that includes everybody. And there's some really great posts going around on Facebook right now, ways you can support small businesses without buying. Leave reviews. If you've had a good experience with RCO or any of the small businesses, restaurants, things around us that are going to be affected, leave a review. Talk about why you're happy and why you would recommend them to other people. Sharing posts on Facebook, liking, engaging. Like I can see some of you are waving at me. Lauren and Joe, go figure. That engagement helps us. Sharing posts, commenting, just little things like that. It means a lot. I have no doubt that we will all get through this, small businesses and people alike, and in the meantime we just got to stick together. So I will post some of the resources I just mentioned in the comments below. I will post anything else that I think about as I'm doing it, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can call me 203-641-2428. You can contact us via the website, or you can PM me on the business page. Thanks so much and stay healthy.